Personal log 27, Julian 326, 8:47 West Hemisphere daylight. Having confirmed my findings on the entropic effect upon Mobuis with Cobar, an echidna scientist possessing a formidable intellect with whom I enjoy a close personal relationship, I met with Knuckles to enlist his support in seeking to find a solution for a problem that threatens our very future. Our major concern is averting a worldwide panic before we have a plan of action. Even now, there's a good chance that despite precautions, we may have been compromised, as I continue to discuss the matter with Knuckles. Then there's the issue of competing political interests. There's going to be a wide range of support for every alternative that's proposed.
Hold it.
Run, Salma.
Well?
Nobody I can't handle. Pair of kids scared of getting caught making out.
Ah, is that the reason why you kept your bionics? I often wondered why, when you could have had a clonide replacement.
So I've heard. Maybe someday. In the meantime, I'll check out your info and get back to you. Grandfather.
Oh my... Knuckles! Is everything alright? Man, it's been so long. Ever since...
Yeah, I know. What can I say?
Well, all that matters is that you're here. And you know, I believe Sabre himself would agree.
I need a favor, Sojourner. Are the satellite monitors still up and running?
I thought you had your own setup in the Chaos Chamber.
I promised Julie Sue I wouldn't ever spy on the family.
Why on Angel Island would she make you promise that?
Really, Sojourner? Have you forgotten Julie Sue's relation? The treacherous wench should be languishing in a dungeon the rest of her days.
It's not Lein-Da this time. I'm more concerned with her rodent son.
Gotta do all the work around here. First I gotta turn this thing on, then I gotta get the information. What is with these people?
That's the idea. Well, Sojourner?
Ah, Rutan. That boy bears serious watching. It's not my idea of family entertainment, but here's your program. Enjoy.
And where have you two been all night?
Looks like Mom's ticked with Junior. Can you zoom in?
We spent the night with friends after Lara Sue's unveiling, Mom.
Do your parents know about this, Salma? Salma?
No, ma'am. I told them I was staying overnight with Lara Sue.
Say, Dad, do you know who your kid's covering for?
Lara Sue's got some explaining to do when I get hold of her.
Please don't tell us this all about discovering what she and her friends do behind your back.
Hardly. I'm more interested if Junior learned anything he shouldn't. You noticed anything strange about the weather lately?
Well, I'll deal with you later, young man. Right now, let's get Salma home.
I'm impressed, Cobar.
I didn't think anyone could hack into the Brotherhood satellite network.
It was quite by accident, really. But I'm not about to look a Gift Pasha in the snout. Seen enough?
For the moment. The kids both seem pretty harmless.
I wouldn't say that if you knew his mother. She could really muck things up.
How amazed Knuckles would have been if I had told him. I wouldn't surprise the king at all, given that he isn't exactly renowned for his fondness of echidnas. Especially the Guardian.
Alright, young man. Let's have it. I wasn't going to say anything in front of Salma's mother.
I wish I were dead right now.
But neither of you were with any of your friends last night. So now, I want the truth.
This could get embarrassing. How do I get out of this one?
You can't even begin to know the meaning of that word until I'm done with you. Since when? Besides, I'm your mother. That makes it my business.
Lying won't work. She'll spot me in a second, so how do I tell?
Oh really, Leander? This is beneath even you.
Thanks, Aurora.
Here, boy, these things happen.
That's funny, great-grandfather. I don't recall anyone saying that about teenage girls.
Boys are different.
That's very enlightened of you. I suppose next you're going to say that girls belong in the home.
That's not what I meant.
Oh yeah? Then how come you didn't turn over control of the legion to me?
I did once.
That's when you thought you were going to die. But you didn't after
my last encounter with Robotnik.
Since when did you ever change of heart? Or in your case, a change of hard drive? This isn't the time to change ideology on me!
His empire crumbled all around him. He sought me out with a last-ditch plan to save everything, and became enraged when I wouldn't.
Are you saying it's my fault you're the way you are? Because I wasn't there to help out? That's so unfair!
Go, grandfather.
I don't blame you for what happened. I blame you because you only acted in your own selfish interests after.
Somebody had to make some decisions. You certainly were in no condition to. Besides, what does that have to do with my son? I, at least, never disobeyed any of your edicts.
I'm aware of that.
I still want to know what he did last night. Well?
I'm sunk now. When I tell her, that's it. No matter what, I'm still going to hear the lecture. Salma and I spent the night in the park.
The park? I thought I taught you better than that.
Lighten up, Mum. It wasn't what you think.
What was it then?
Sure, we were there and all, but nothing happened.
And you expect me to believe that? You think I was born yesterday?
We didn't do anything because there were others around.
In the middle of the night? Like who?
LauraOlsonBlue's dad and someone else.
Really? You're sure it was Knuckles?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
And you have no idea who he was with? Were you close enough to hear them talking?
The other looked big and round and fat. He wasn't from around here. And the only thing I caught was some request. It didn't make any sense.
What didn't?
The other guy was talking about how the king and LauraOlsonBlue's dad were the only ones who could do whatever it was they were talking about.
And you didn't hear anything else?
No, we saw them so we won't get caught breaking curfew.
Alright, I believe you.
You do?
What reason would my son have to lie to his mother?
All of a sudden I'm getting a very weird vibe. None, I wouldn't. Can I go now?
Yes, of course. Just remember, no more going to the park after dark, or there'll really be trouble.
Get me out of here!
Lein-Da.
Later, great-grandfather. I have a call to make. Hello, Julie Sue?
Lein-Da?
I was wondering if you had a few minutes free to talk.
We have a problem, Julie Sue. I'll say. Abby's been screaming over dinner preparations for this weekend.
As for the children, I don't even want to think about that. His Majesty doesn't like feeding, while his guardian despises anything hot and spicy.
We don't need to go into chapter and verse on how finicky LauraOlsonBlue is about her diet, Abby.
Tell me about it. Manic hates just about anything he's given. He's such a pain that Rosie and I are ready to throttle him.
Overthrowing Robotnik was far easier than planning a simple get-together. I practically had to drag Knuckles to a social function.
Sonic is the same way. You'd think he'd have gotten used to the royal protocol, having been king. What is it now? Going on 17 years.
17 years? And I thought Sonic became king just after the wedding.
Not quite. My father didn't step down from the throne the first 2 years we were married. Not that Sonic minded. He'd have been happy had I given up the crown.
I don't think Knuckles ever really wanted to be a guardian either.
LauraOlsonBlue is old enough to take over for him, isn't she?
Yes. She reminds me her father of all the time.
So, what's the problem?
Not enough fiber in his diet, if you ask me.
Abby, please.
Well, it's true.
He has zero interest in being a prince. Whereas Sonia loves being a princess, only some of the time.
Just some?
Sonia likes the part where she gets to dress up and wear her crown.
If only I could get Lara Sue to do that more often.
She's much like you were when we were younger.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Julie Sue, are you busy at the moment?
I'm in the middle of another call. Hold on. Sally? My sister is on the other line.
Lein-Da? I haven't spoken to her since her visit a month ago. Can we do a three-way call?
Let me check. Is this person a Lein-Da? Or are you up for a group call with Queen Sally?
Have you forgotten I represent the council before the kingdom?
I'll take that as a yes. Getting a clear signal?
Loud and crystal. Hello, Lein-Da.
Perfect, Julie Sue. Good day, Your Highness.
Don't be so formal. Sally will do.
Alright, so, what have I missed?
We were just talking about dinner plans for this weekend.
Oh, how lovely. Sounds like fun.
Getting away from the kingdom is the fun part. Everything else I'm not so sure about.
Problems with the kids or the other half?
Both.
They should all go eat out at a diner as far as I'm concerned.
Oh yeah, Sal. I have some bad news for Manic. As Lara Sue just isn't interested in hanging out with him.
Hanging out with who, Mom?
My son, Prince Manic, Lara Sue. He has quite a crush on you.
On me? But I'm too old for him! If my friends find out, I'll never hear the end of it. Oh my gosh, Aunt Lein-Da, please, please, please don't tell Rutan any of this.
Tell my son what, dear? My lips are sealed.
You're the best, Aunt Lein-Da.
Say, how come you're home already? School let out early?
The lightning shorted out the power grid near the school, so no lights, no class.
Have you been experiencing the storms as well?
You mean the irregular lightning and the strong winds blowing now and then?
And it always feels like rain. But it doesn't?
Pretty weird if you ask me. Wonder what's causing it.
I've asked Rotor about it, but he just shrugs and says it's nothing to worry about.
You believe him?
Well, he and Captain Jonas did say the weather wouldn't affect our trip to Angel Island this weekend.
And if the weather did get worse, we have more than enough room for your family to wait it out.
I'm not so sure about Sonic, but I think that's wonderful. By the way, will you be there as well, Lein-Da?
After all, what's two mouths to feed?
Abby, please.
I'd love to, Julie Sue, but I'm afraid I have a prior commitment. Some other time, perhaps? Grandfather Dimitrid is signaling me. I'll have to get back to you later, Julie Sue.
Give him my best, will you?
I look forward to seeing you on your next visit to the kingdom, Lein-Da. Take care.
You too. I'll be in touch.
Now, unless either of you have any objections, I'll be serving an Asgard shuffle with clam pie and dessert this weekend.
Works for me.
No, gross!